नमस्कार, मैं हूं अली अब्बास। तेज़ रफ्तार न्यूज़ में आपका स्वागत है। आइए नज़र डालते हैं आज की कुछ ताज़ा खबरों पे।
You chose this career to become an actor.
Sir, since my childhood, I always lived in an imaginary world. So when I was in my first standard, I still remember whenever in our summer vacation, we used to go to our grandparents' village. I always imagine, although I was in a bus, but I always imagine, okay, I'm going in a plane and I'm going to France and I'm going for a shoot. So in my head, I was always, I'm shooting. But when I grew up तो ऐसा होता है कि आप जब मिडिल क्लास फैमिली में होते हो तो आपको होता है नहीं पढ़ना है और पढ़ के जॉब करनी है बिकॉज एक स्टेबल लाइफ जीनी है. सो और पता भी नहीं था बिकॉज कोई था नहीं आसपास फिल्म इंडस्ट्री में. सो इन 2017 आई वॉज इन बिलिंग एंड आई मेट सुमित व्यास. So I asked him ki how to start career in acting and he told me, okay, if you want to be in this industry, just join theatre. So I joined theatre in Delhi and my journey started from there. So I did my theatre in Delhi, then I moved to Mumbai and started my camera acting.
What about you, Nakul?
So my story is actually as stupid as I am. Actually, I was watching Top Gun in the night and because I come from army background, my mom was in the army and I was like, this is great, yeah. This is what I really want to do, because Tom Cruise flying fighter jets and this and that. Then I realized that ये मतलब पढ़ लिख के मैं पायलट तो नहीं बन सकता, इतना मैं क्वालिफाइड लगता नहीं, because I was a student with like 45, 51, 52%. And I'm like, but yeah, this is something you can do in front of camera also. So it was 20th July 2006, I've got dated on my arm. And that's where my acting journey began. Like I decided to be an actor. So all thanks to Top Gun and Tom Cruise.
Oh, lovely. What about you, Ron?
Firstly, good afternoon to all the ladies and gentlemen present out here. Thank you, Ashish sir, for having me amongst these beautiful and talented actors. So I started my journey when I started dancing for birthday parties. So
nice.
there I got the appreciation कि नहीं यार, जब मैं बर्थडे पार्टीज़ में जाता हूँ तो लोग मुझे वाकई में देखते हैं. और मुझे तब लगा कि नहीं यार, मेरे में कुछ तो बात है, जो एक शोमैनशिप की जो बात होती है ना, वो मेरे में है. सो इसको अब डेवलप करना है. और ये बहुत बचपन में ही हो गया था मेरे साथ में. सो आई ऑलवेज वांटेड टू नो दैट आई वांट टू बिकम एन एक्टर बिकॉज आई डिड नॉट डू वेरी वेल इन माई academics. So when I was 16, I performed for my first play. That's The Bear by Anton Chekhov. I played Gregory Sutanovich Smirnov. And I performed for 45 minutes. It was a one-act play. And I outdone it by, 5 minutes of standing ovation. I'm being pompous, but my father patted me on my back and said कि नहीं यार, तेरे में कुछ तो बात है, तू कर लेगा ज़िंदगी में कुछ ना कुछ. वहाँ से I got that appreciation and अब मुझे पता था कि मुझे एक्टर बनना है और मुझे आगे जर्नी स्टार्ट करनी. So that is what that's how my career started basically as an actor. Thank you, sir.
What about you?
So I started when I was 7 years old. I had no clue that I'm going to become an actor. I want to do this. So TV पे एक सीरियल आता था गंगूबाई करके and मैं उसको ही enact करती रहती थी बार. So one of my dad's friend, he said that there's a talk show and you should go and audition. So we went to Mumbai and there we got to know that it's a comedy show. It was the first stand-up comedy for kids. So I just said my 2-3 lines and then my journey started from there. एंड तभी भी हमें लगा था कि 2 महीने का रियलिटी शो है, क्रिसमस वेकेशंस करके पुणे चले जाएंगे घर वापस. बट फिर वहाँ से वो चलता गया एंड देन नाउ आई एम हियर.
हम सबको दिन याद होता है जब पहली बार हम लोगों ने कुछ करियर की शुरुआत की होती है. कैन यू शेयर योर एक्सपीरियंस ऑफ फर्स्ट डे ऑफ शूटिंग? एनी एनेक्डोट और एनीथिंग दैट यू कुड रिमेंबर?
आई रिमेंबर जब पहला प्रोजेक्ट था और कैमरा फेस करना था और मुझे ना बचपन से बहुत प्यार था कैमरे से एंड आई वॉज वेरी मच एक्साइटेड कि आज फाइनली मैं कर रही हूँ. तो जब मैं सेट पे गई तो आई जस्ट लव्ड इट. बट क्या था, उसके पहले थिएटर किया था. तो थिएटर में क्या होता है कि आपके पास माइक नहीं होता है और आपको बोलना होता है कि लास्ट में जो ऑडियंस में बैठे हैं उन्हें भी सुनाई दे. और एट द बैक ऑफ माई माइंड मेरे यही था कि नहीं, आपको ना तेज़ बोलना होता है. और मुझे ध्यान ही नहीं रहा कि मैं कैमरा के लिए एक्टिंग कर रही हूँ. सो आई वाज सो लाउड कि मुझे साउंड वाले दादा ने बोला कि आराम से बोलना है, मेरे कान खराब हो जाएंगे. ये था. और दूसरा ये था कि मुझे हमेशा सेट पे कहा जाता है कि तुम बहुत बोलती हो और तुम बहुत खाती हो.
I've been a witness of this, by the way.
मेरी फर्स्ट फिल्म के डायरेक्टर ने मुझे ये बोला कि जब तुम सक्सेसफुल हो जाओगे ना, कोई तुमसे स्ट्रगल स्टोरी पूछे तो बोलना कि मुझे किसी ने बोला था कि सेट पे खाना बहुत अच्छा मिलता है, इसलिए मैं एक्टर बन गई.
What about you, Nakul? If you could remember the
सर
first
सबसे
day.
पहले तो what I want to know is कि हम यहाँ पे खुद की इज्जत खराब करने आए हैं. So first time actually मैंने जब कैमरा फेस किया था, I was in my film school Whistling Woods और मोनोलॉग दिया था 3 पेज का एंड आई वाज लाइक ये याद करना है एंड दे वर लाइक या. तो मैंने एक चीटिंग का तरीका निकाला बिकॉज मैंने पूरा स्कूल वैसे ही निकाला था. तो मैंने बड़े बड़े उस पर प्रिंट लिया फॉन्ट साइज पे और बैकरेस्ट पे चिपका दिया. एंड लाइक अभी टीचर्स को ये तो पता पड़ जाएगा कि मैं रीड कर रहा हूँ. सो आई वोर सन ग्लासेस and then I just read out the monologue and the entire class was like laughing at me like what is this idiot guy doing here in a film school. But yeah, that was an eye-opener, and then I got introduced to literature and then started reading and then understanding my craft. So it's very important to fail actually in the first time. So to know that, okay, this is the reality, this is where you're starting and you need to go like step at a time every single day. So yeah, that's my journey.
What about your honor?
So it's the same story. I was asked to audition for a very big serial by a very well-known producer, and when I went for the audition, this was after the theatre, the appreciation that I got, the pat from my father. When I went for the audition, I was like, मैं तो तुर्रम खान हूँ, मैं तो कुछ ज़िंदगी में कुछ भी कर दूँगा अब तो, क्योंकि मैं अच्छा एक्टर हो गया हूँ और पापा ने बोल दिया कि अब तू आगे ज़िंदगी में बहुत कुछ कर सकता है. तो जब मैंने ऑडिशन जब मैंने कैमरा फेस किया और मुझे वो 5-6 लाइनें दी गई, तो मेरी सबसे बड़ी गलती हुई थी कि मैं ओवर कॉन्फिडेंट था और वो 5-6 लाइनें मैंने कर ली कि अब तो मैं जाके परफॉर्म करूँगा. जब मैंने परफॉर्म किया तब मुझे पता चला कि आई एम सो टेरेबल एट इट, बिकॉज वो लाइनें देना और कैमरे पे बोलना, उसका मीटर, उसका डेंसिटी, उसकी सारी चीज़ें, उसके डायनामिक्स ही अलग होते हैं. सो यू नो तब मुझे पता चला कि
you learned it the hard way.
एग्जैक्टली द डिफरेंस बिटवीन स्टेज एक्टिंग एंड कैमरा एक्टिंग, यू नो. फिर मुझे पता चला कि मुझे बहुत ज़्यादा मेहनत करनी है इस पर, एंड दैट्स हाउ आई.
Saloni?
My first camera was I did a promo shoot with Shahrukh sir for Kya Pachi Paas Se Tez Ho, and we used to live in Pune. So my entire family, my friends, my neighbors, we all hopped in a car and we went to the shoot, and everyone was sitting there looking at me, and मुझे कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा था. मतलब I was small, it was not a big deal for me. I'm like, why are they like doing so much? And then the next day I got chicken pox, so irrelevant, but I remember.
Okay. Just in one word, all of us have this one strength and which we know that we have, which sets us apart from others. If in one word I would ask you what is your strength as an actor, what it would be?
मुझे ये लगता है कि मैं बहुत ज़्यादा ट्रैवल करती हूँ, तो बहुत लोगों से मिलती हूँ, तो ये एक्टिंग में बहुत हेल्पफुल होता है जब आप इतने अलग अलग लोगों से. और मैंने रूरल लाइफ भी देखी है, टियर 2 सिटी की लाइफ भी देखी है और मेट्रोपॉलिटन सिटीज़ की भी देखी है. और दूसरी चीज़ ये कि मेरे फादर ने हमेशा कहा था कि जनरली अवेयर होना बहुत ज़रूरी है. तो सिंस चाइल्डहुड उन्होंने बहुत एम्फेसाइज़ किया था कि न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ना है, बिकॉज यू मस्ट नो कि आपके सराउंडिंग्स में क्या हो रहा है, आपकी कंट्री में क्या हो रहा है, अराउंड द वर्ल्ड क्या हो रहा है. तो मुझे लगता है बीइंग एन एक्टर भी आपको जनरली बहुत अवेयर होना चाहिए, बिकॉज आप कभी भी कोई रोल प्ले करते हो तो एज एन इंडिविजुअल उसको भी पता होना चाहिए कि उसकी सराउंडिंग्स में या आसपास क्या चल रहा है अभी. तो ये 2 चीज़ें मुझे बहुत काम आई हैं बीइंग एन एक्टर, बहुत ही हेल्पफुल रही हैं, और मुझे लगता है ये मेरी स्ट्रेंथ भी बनी इस इंडस्ट्री में अच्छा काम करने के लिए.
Communication is the key. What about you, Nakul? What is your
Sir,
strength?
I've shared this in the class. I'm going to repeat the same thing. It's, I believe, my ability to love and empathize. I think till the time I don't find the love of my character, I don't have my character. And the moment I find that, everything is outside the window, because I personally feel love is the only feeling in this world which doesn't need any logic.
I just second you. What about your honor?
Sir, I think I can throw a variety of emotions and expressions. Sometimes it's very over, to be very honest, but then you have to set it with the meter of your dialogues and everything. So I tend to get myself down. और एक बहुत ज्ञानी इंसान ने कहा है कि आप ओवर एक्टिंग कर लो तो चलेगा, लेकिन नीचे नहीं होने चाहिए. सो ओवर को कंट्रोल कर सकते हो लेकिन नीचे नहीं जा सकते. सो यही मैं फॉलो करता था, और
That is a learning lesson.
That is
you
the learning
follow.
lesson that I
Very
follow,
nice.
yeah.
Saloni?
I personally feel I can like switch on and switch off really quick. Like,
Oh, that's-
I can go into a character and come out like really quickly. So I think that's a plus point. Also, my memory is very strong. I used to do comedy circus, so we had to like remember 12, 13 pages of scripts and do it one take in 2 hours plus characters. So that really like helped me for my memory, which eventually helped me in school also.
Oh, great.
Get a chance to live so many lives.
That's one thing. What about you, Nakul? Do you have anything to say on this?
Same, sir. Like the ability to be childlike throughout your life. I mean, this is the only profession I feel your vulnerability is appreciated and accepted, because if you become vulnerable outside the society, people will think you're mad. But here, people are like, oh wow, you can be vulnerable. You can show your true emotion and get appreciated for it.
What about you, Ronit?
So sorry, I just missed the question.
You zoned out?
Yeah, I zoned out.
Okay, so basically, what is one of the best part of your work that people envy about?
I'm still trying to figure things out, sir, to be very honest. But the best part about my work probably is understanding the process. Not many actors understand the process. It has taken me a while, but I'm trying to understand the process कि पहले स्क्रिप्ट याद करो, डायलॉग्स याद करो, उसके बाद तुम खेलो उसके साथ में. So that is the part where I'm really trying to understand the process. Once you get the process correct, the technicalities correct, I think you will get a lot of things correct. So I'm going it in a very technical way.
What about you?
My answer is the same, like living so many different lives. Like for my last project, I was like a 16-year-old goth girl with blue hair, black nails, chains and everything, which I would never ever do in my real life. So, you know, learning from those characters and what you take from them, I think that's the best part for me.
Any funny incident that you all had off camera that you would like to share?
Can I share, please?
Yeah.
Should I or you
Yeah,
should?
go.
So we were filming in this on this very film called Pinjare Ki Titliyan. We had to perform a 5-minute of scene wherein I come to her, and in that space, we, apart from us two, there was this boomer, the guy who was holding the mic. So we had to perform. इसने डायलॉग बोला, मैंने डायलॉग फेंका, इसने वापस डायलॉग बोला. अब यहाँ से सर क्या हुआ, बूम जब वो पकड़ा, वो जोर से उसने फाट कर दिया सर. और मेरे और 4 लाइन हैं, और ये बंदी मुझे देख के ऐसे देख के हंस रही है मुझे. अब मैं सर देख के इतना हंस रहा था इंटरनली, बट हम लोगों ने वी मैनेज टू क्लियर आउट द सीन, बट इट वाज डैम फनी आफ्टर.
But it is.
Yeah, after.
It's an intense scene going on.
Yeah, it was an intense scene, so it was funny in that way.
What about you, Nakul? Any incident that you remember off the lenses?
सर बहुत सारे हैं. आपने सच्ची में यहाँ पे ये सब सोच रहे होंगे कि यहाँ आके अपना एक्सपीरियंस शेयर करेंगे, बहुत मेथड एक्टर हैं, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है. सो या कमिंग बैक टू द पॉइंट, एक्चुअली मैं एक बार सेट पे था और मैं लिविंग रूम में सो गया था जो सेट था उसके ऊपर, और आई वॉज सपोज टू बी आउट ऑफ द हाउस एंड माई टू बी वाइफ, शी इज शोइंग द अपार्टमेंट टू हर डैड. दैट वाज अ सीन, सो इट्स अ 1 take स्टडी कैम, एंड ये पूरा सीन चालू हुआ. शी इज विद द स्टडी कैम शोइंग द हाउस, एंड रैंडमली शी फाइंड्स मी इन द लिविंग रूम एंड शी इम्प्रोवाइज. खत्म हो गया, मैं सो के 1.5 घंटे बाद उठाऊँ और एंड आई एम लाइक अच्छा सीन में दिस इज अनंत महादेवन सर, दैट्स हिज फिल्म. So yeah, it was that sometimes actors don't even know what they're doing, but they're doing something. So I think actors have a very kinetic energy. So you're never at rest. So even when you're resting, the director is going to use that.
Someone has rightly mentioned that actors are the most transparent people ever.
Yeah.
They are chameleons, sir. Chameleons.
मैंने एक शॉर्ट फिल्म कर रही थी और उसमें आई वॉज प्लेइंग अ मैरिड वुमन रोल. तो और ये गांव में एक शूट था, तो हरियाणा के एक गांव में, और सीन होने के बाद लिटरली औरतें मेरे पास आई और उन्होंने बोला अच्छा तो मेरी इससे शादी हुई है कि किसी और से हुई है. लिटरली मंगलसूत्र देख के उनको लग रहा था कि हमें मैरिड, या उनको लग रहा था कि रियलिटी में कुछ उसमें हो रहा है. तो वो इतना वो था ना कि मतलब मुझे एक्सप्लेन कर रहा था, और एक नहीं बार 1 मिनट होता था, फिर कोई और आता था, फिर वापस वही सेम क्वेश्चन होता था, अच्छा तुम्हारी इससे शादी हुई है, इसके साथ तुम वो कर रहे हो.
What about you, Saloni?
You know, you wear those mics on set, no?
Yeah.
And you forgot to turn it off.
Labels.
happens so many times.
So every time it happens with me, and I have a habit of going to the washroom before my shot or before my act. और मैं जब छोटी थी तो मैं वॉशरूम में जाके अच्छे से गाने गा रही हूँ, सब कर रही हूँ, और पूरे सेट पे लाउड मेरा आवाज़ सुनाई दे रहा है. एंड डायरेक्टर इज लाइक चलने दे सुनने दे, और सब हंस रहे हैं, मुझे कोई आइडिया भी नहीं कि मेरे साथ ही हो रहा है.
Coming on a little serious note, Now, this industry is full of competitions. What would you do to stand out amidst this competition? Like, how do you have your escape to sail through this competition process? You know, sometimes it becomes so one role, and you know there are thousands of people who are auditioning for it, and you know the failure and rejection is something that probably even in real life we cannot face that. You know that gives us a little bit of jitters that I cannot handle this if I'm not being selected. How do you sail through that? Or are you being trained that, you know, this is a part and parcel of life and you have to deal with it? It's either take it or just take it in your own stride. How do you deal with this competition scenario?
सर मैं ना बचपन से बहुत बड़ी ऑप्टिमिस्टिक रही हूँ, तो मतलब इनफैक्ट जब कभी स्टार्टिंग में मैंने स्टार्ट किया था ऑडिशंस के लिए हम जाते थे तो मुझे यू डोंट फिट द बिल, लाइक ओके। और एक बार मुझे एक कास्टिंग डायरेक्टर ने बोल दिया कि तुम इतना खुश होकर क्यों जा रही हो। मैंने कहा ठीक है, यहाँ नहीं हुआ आगे हो जाएगा। तो आई थिंक आपको काम रहने की बहुत ज़रूरत है, बिकॉज लाइफ में कहाँ रिजेक्शंस नहीं होते हैं, और आपको ऑप्टिमिस्टिक रहना चाहिए, पॉजिटिव रहना चाहिए कि ठीक है यहाँ नहीं हुआ आगे कहीं होगा, और अपने पे काम करते रहना चाहिए। आपको खुद पे यकीन है तो आप कर लोगे, और खुद पे काम करते रहिए, बिकॉज जब अपॉर्चुनिटी आएगी आपके पास तो आप उस अपॉर्चुनिटी के लिए तैयार होने चाहिए।
Okay, I don't want to sound arrogant, but yeah. So I mind my own business, you know, very much. I really don't know what the other actors are doing. I am completely away on social media. So the only knowledge I have about you or anybody is when I meet you in person. So if whatever you have shared with me, that has actually helped me a lot, you know, just minding my own business, focusing on what I am doing. And then when the rejection comes, sometimes like, अरे यार इनको नहीं पता होगा कि इनको क्या चाहिए, इसलिए मुझे सेलेक्ट नहीं किया, बाकी मेरे में तो बहुत टैलेंट है। So on the other side, I was continuously working on short films. So that is one thing which is, I personally feel that is actors' laboratory. Like, you know, you should do. Like till now, I'm still, if I have like 10 days, I'll still be looking for a short film that I can be part of, because I know there I have the freedom to fail, and that is very important as an actor, because on a commission project, you don't have that.
Sir, I have divided myself off-grid and on-grid. When I'm shooting, I try to stay out of to stay in the competition, but very much apart from them, in terms of कि मैं character ऐसा select करूँ जो probably किसी actor ने ना किया हो, जो आई थिंक ज़्यादा नहीं है, और अगर किसी एक्टर ने सेलेक्ट किया हो वो कैरेक्टर तो उसे थर्ड पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू में कुछ सोसाइटी से निकलते हुए कुछ ऐसी चीज़ डालो। सो दैट इज़ माई कॉन्स्टेंट यू नो कॉन्स्टेंट what you struggle to myself. Off grid is I redefine my craft, like I work on my craft, I read a lot of books, try reading a lot of literature, you know, watch movies, do a lot of practices, you know, acting practices, acting technique practices. So that's what I keep myself busy on, and like he said, short film is a very big medium for any aspiring actor now. I try and also search for plays where I can be a part of a short film, which actually, you know, yeah.
Even I don't see it as competition, like rather I like to learn from people, and that helps me to push. Like when I open Instagram, there are thousands of people making reels and going viral. So I don't see it as competition, it's just like I try to learn from them and like how to better myself, that's it.
So you are going to say that the none of you are under pressure and all at any given point of time, all of you are
Pressure?
so same as
सर मुझे लगता है कॉम्पिटिशन ना अपने आप से ही होता है, आपको अपने आप के
आप चारों जन ने बोला कि आपको प्रेशर लगता ही नहीं है, मतलब
So pressure is of performance. You know, it is when we are talking about commercial projects, like, you know, commercial projects, what we are doing. The pressure is always like, I think I'm gonna fail, because I always feel that वो last वाला में तुक्का था, and that just keeps me going. Now, whether competing with someone else is a very futile exercise, because see, you look completely different, you talk completely different, you have your ideologies which are completely different. So when the director is going to select you or me, he knows what he wants. So there's no point competing. It's like competing apple and oranges.
so basically in case even for commercial success, as you mentioned that, you know, pressure comes up along with the performance when so much of commercial is put in a project and you become the face of it. I'm sorry. Yeah, so when pressure comes along with the commercials that are put in these short films or ad films or music videos, how do you how do you sponge that pressure? How do you control that pressure? What is that key to have a spongeness to the pressure that you go through?
So the 16, 18 hours, whatever, because I usually give my producer 15 hours of a day, I don't give 12 hours because I need extra time. That's completely out of greed. And my music is playing throughout. Like, I cannot live without music. It's always there. So with every character, I make a playlist.
So music is a therapy?
Yeah, music is a therapy. It just keeps your confidence level high, and you know what, like, it's just, see, what we want or what any director wants from you is sense of conviction. Like I said, it's a fictional story, whatever we are part of, most of the time. Now, to believe in that fictional story, like, you know, she's my girlfriend, sister, or whoever, I have to believe in it, right? So that is a fictional. That's why the ability to be childlike and not judging, ye sahi nahi lagega. Once you have the conviction, just go after it and let the madness which is there play. I've done a series which was critically acclaimed. I did one scene where I didn't keep the twitch of the eye, and I was randomly traveling, and we were there in Manali, and I went up to the director, I was like, either I can maintain the continuity or have a brilliant idea. This guy continued to film. And he's like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah. Audience might abuse me that one part. You know, in that particular scene, you didn't have this character trait. I was like, I don't care. This I know sits right with the character, I'm going to do it. And he believed in it. Because I was so strong-headed about that one particular character trait.
Lovely. Any one valuable piece of advice that you have ever received from anyone that has actually worked for you? हम लोग को बहुत सारे लोग सलाह देते हैं. You know, बहुत सारे लोगों की बात हम सुनते हैं बचपन से. लेकिन कोई एक ऐसा इंसान, it could be our mentor, it could be our professor, it could be our teacher, it could be our parents, our relatives, our neighbors, our girlfriend, boyfriend, anybody who has told you something, you know, as a piece of salah, and it has really worked for you because you have believed in that and it has worked for you. Any one from each.
मेरे फादर ने एक एडवाइस दी थी कि अगर आप रफ में अच्छा नहीं लिख सकते हो तो आप फेयर में भी अच्छा नहीं लिख सकते हो. इसलिए कि अगर आप कुछ बनना चाहते हो तो आपको उसके लिए करते रहना. ये नहीं कि हम एक दिन जाएंगे और हम वो कर देंगे. वो प्रोसेस आपका चलता रहता है और आपको वैसे ही बिहेव करना है या वैसे ही होना है जैसा आप बनना चाह रहे हो. और वो यहाँ पे इस एक्टिंग फील्ड में बहुत काम आई बिकॉज अपॉर्चुनिटी जब भी आएगी, मतलब स्टार्टिंग स्टेज जब था, जब हम काम देख रहे थे, स्ट्रगलिंग पीरियड में थे, तो ये सोचना कि जब अपॉर्चुनिटी आएगी तब हम देखेंगे, वो नहीं होता है. आपको अपने ऊपर काम करते रहना होता है क्योंकि जब अपॉर्चुनिटी आएगी उसके लिए आपको बिल्कुल तैयार रहना होता है.
Lovely. Nakul?
Again, Candy. I keep mentioning Candy because Candy, for me, it was a very important project. It shifted, like, tectonically, it shifted me as an actor. So Agrim, the creator, Agrim Joshi, he said one thing, that Nakul, the amount of love you have for the crew and all the people you're working with, just keep this alive because this innocence and this honesty is going to take you places. So I just, from that moment on, from that project on, it's very important. It's like I'm greedy that everybody should love me. I'm like an ice cream seller on set. I don't know, it's very important. I'm very greedy for that.
What about you, Ronan? Any one advice that someone has given you and it has really worked for you?
So I've been getting many technical advices, but one advice, very simple. You know, Aram Nagar 1, Part 1 and Part 2 are the hub of all aspiring actors. So one fine day I met a colleague there. We were hopping from one bungalow to another bungalow for auditions. And मैंने बोला, पाजी काम कैसे मिलेगा? तो बोले कि यार जिंदगी में ना काम करना है ना, सबसे सिंपल ये है, तुम्हें सैक्रिफाइस करना पड़ेगा, तुम्हें घर नहीं बैठना पड़ेगा, तुम्हें घर से बाहर रहना पड़ेगा, तुम्हें भूखा रहना पड़ेगा, तुम्हें बेजार होना पड़ेगा. ये सारी चीज़ें जब तुम करोगे तो अपॉर्चुनिटी को तुमको लाना पड़ेगा तुम्हारे पास में. दैट रियली हिट मी एंड आई वाज लाइक, नहीं यार, मतलब मैं तब उस समय घर पे बहुत ज़्यादा रहता था और बड़ा आलसी था. यू नो, वी as an actors we tend to get a little alsi over a period of time, but once you step out of a house, meet people, like Ruchita does a lot, I've seen that, so you tend to create opportunities for yourself. So that's the beautiful advice that I've ever received.
Salon.
So I did a workshop with Atul Mongia sir for Artist Collective, and one thing that he was focusing about is like staying with your breath. It's a cliche thing, but when I actually did that, when I actually meditate, when I actually stay with my breath, I can analyze more as an actor. I am more organic as an actor, not only as an actor, as a person also. I think it completely changed me after that. Staying with your breath.
We are running short of time, so you can meet the actors just outside the conference room. To conclude, I would like to say that we are extremely grateful to our panelists for their openness, honesty and willingness to share their experiences. Their valuable insights provide a roadmap for aspiring actors who are navigating their own paths in the dynamic industry. As we bid farewell to this enlightening discussion, let us carry the lessons we have learned. Let us embrace the power of technology, harness social media platforms and adopt a full proactive mindset that allow us to break boundaries and unleash our full potential. We extend our heartfelt gratitude to our panelists for their contributions and we thank the audience for their active participation. Together, let us continue to support and uplift the emerging talent in the film industry, for they are the ones who will shape the future of entertainment. With that, we invite you to apply the knowledge and inspiration gained from this discussion to your own artistic endeavors. May you dare to dream big, challenge the norms, and create a lasting impact in the modern entertainment landscape. Thank you all, and may your journey as actors be filled with passion, growth, and the fulfillment of your wildest ambition. Jai Hind, have a wonderful day ahead.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
We can all stand in the front, and I request the founder.
Thank you.
नमस्कार, मैं हूं अली अब्बास। तेज़ रफ्तार न्यूज़ में आपका स्वागत है। आइए नज़र डालते हैं आज की कुछ ताज़ा खबरों में।